Hello and welcome to Cordy's World of Warcraft Housing. Today I'm really excited to be able to show you an early peek at what exterior lighting might be for World of Warcraft housing. Let's get right into it. Okay, so I was messing around on the public test realm, and in addition to finding a lot of really cool new decor that I will be featuring over the next few weeks, which, by the way, if you are interested in seeing early peeks of what's going to potentially be released, please don't forget to like and follow so that you don't miss any updates. Now, since this is on the public test realm, there could be some changes once it drops from what we see today. One of the first things that I wanted to do was test the proximity, because that's how lighting's going to work. You're going to have to put things far enough away from one another to be able to be placed. So if it's too close, it's not going to work. As you can see, when things are too close, not only is the grid on the ground red, but there's a circle on the light that you're too close to. I was actually really surprised how far away these lampposts had to be from one another. I was hoping that they'd be able to be utilized closer together so that you could use them in a fence or to light a pathway. I wanted to see what would happen with smaller lights, particularly at the front of the house. Would we be able to put one light on each side of a door? The answer to that is no. As it currently stands, you cannot put two lanterns on each side of a door. It's just simply too close, and the circles come up and it tells you can't do it. So that's kind of a bummer, because I feel like that's pretty standard when you think of housing, even in real life. Typically, if you have a light on the front of the house by a door, you're going to have one on each side. Clearly, that's not going to be something that works here. As you can see, even with the lanterns, it's a pretty good clip away from each other, although not as far as the lampposts. I guess they put off less light, so it doesn't have to be placed quite as far. And just as a test, you can see that depending on where you are with the light, if you're too close to multiple lights, it's going to show you, because there's going to be multiple circles. As you move the item around, if you get far enough away from one, that circle will disappear. So they did make it easy to identify what piece you're too close to. I thought maybe since candles were the tiniest, we'd be able to put them next to each other in front of the door, but that isn't something that worked either. Although you are able to put them closer than the lanterns and obviously closer than the lampposts. Now, to get an idea of distance, because this is hard for me, I'm sure it's hard for a lot of people. I'm just really not good at seeing the depth perception of things like that. I wanted to get an idea of something that we would all know and be able to identify as, oh yes, I know this size, because we are looking at pixels, right? So I did use the large platforms and I placed them in between some of these lampposts to see, well, how far is it actually? And it is a little over 3 of the large platforms between those lampposts. So that's something to keep in mind. You know, these are not items that right now you're going to be able to put terribly close to one another. Anyway, I'm really excited because this is definitely progress. We're moving in the right direction, and I think being able to place exterior lights is going to be amazing for a lot of the builds. We're just going to have to work within these proximity constraints. Thanks for watching as we have a first peek at exterior lighting and what that looked like. For all things housing related, please follow along at Cordy's World of Warcraft Housing. You can follow on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Discord, and if you're interested, I do have a World of Warcraft housing hub page, which details out a lot of my builds. Thanks again, and I'll see you on the next one.